In this video, we'll have a look at how we manually generate less than 14 days of rent for an individual tenant. One of the times that we would do this is when we've created a new tenancy and we would like the first rent charge to cover the period from when the tenancy started to the day before their payment date, so that the tenant's charges in Chintaro align with their payment dates. This is usually from another payment source such as Centrelink, work and incomes, or their wages. In this example, we'll have a look at how to charge a tenant for 10 days of rent. We'll go into a new tenancy, Kevin Parker's, by clicking Tenancies in the toolbar and searching for Kevin Parker and opening his tenancy screen. If we wanted to check what we're charging our tenant, we can click on the Edit Rent button here, and this will show us the rent record or how much we're charging this tenant each week in rent and other charges. We don't charge this tenant anything other than rent, as we can see here. Everything's correct in the rent record, so we'll click Tenancy Transactions to go back to the default view and click the Generate Rent button. We see the same Generate Rent box that we have seen in previous videos, where the default for the Calculate Rent to date will always appear as either 14 days or 7 days, depending on your organisation's preference. We want to change this date to align with his sent pay date, so we'll remove the date in this box and enter 25th of January 2019, because this first charge will be from the tenancy start date to the date before the first payment is due. Once we change this date and press Tab on our keyboard, the system will update the days of rent that will be charged to 10 days. When we click Generate, we can see that Chintaro has calculated a rent charge for 10 days, and the rent is $357.14. We see the total in the middle and the balance at the top of the screen. The way Chintaro calculates this rent charge is to divide the weekly rent amount in the rent record by 7 and then multiply that figure by the number of days that we are generating. In this example, the initial period is from the 16th of January 2019 to the 25th of January 2019, which is 10 days. Now that we've generated the first rent charge to align to the payment dates, from now on, our tenant's rent charges will fall into a weekly or fortnightly cycle, which will align with the days that he receives his benefit payments. We'll be looking at how we generate rent in bulk for our tenants in a later video. We can also generate rent backwards, and we'll look at how we do this in a later video as well.